Hi there, just wanted to give you a quick update about the Mudhugger and how we're getting on with them. Actually doing really well. Now the winter's set in, starting to get some muddy trails, and they're doing really well. You may remember from one of my previous blogs though, I had trouble fitting the front Mudhugger. The guys today from Mudhugger have actually been in touch with me and given me another way to try to fit them. In my previous blog I actually cut them out, cut a hole out and actually sort of allowed room in that way. I'll show you what the results of that, and then I'm going to show you what I'm going to try and do next live, so there could be screw ups and all sorts of things. So first of all, let's have a look at what I've got on at the moment. So this is the one that I'm actually got on the moment, and you can see I've cut a hole in it here, which means I can actually have it higher up on the fork. Because what was happening was the sides of the Mudhugger and the front was actually catching on the tie. But you can see my forks with the RockShox rebars, and they've got this power bulge here at the side, and you can see that there's a big gap here. And what that's doing is that's actually making it too tight in here. It's actually putting a bit of compression on the actual front guard itself. Now what the guys at Mudhugger advised me to have a go at is to actually gently heat up the Mudhugger they've sent me, no hole in it, and actually heat it up, and actually you can then push it and mould it into this shape better. That's what we're going to have a go at now. Okay, first thing I'm going to do, take the old one off. To the easy bit, let's just unclip some of the cable ties. Like I said, I'm completely making this up now on the fly. This is not a pre-staged job or anything I've ever done before. Okay, that's that one off. You can see that's the hole I've cut in this Mudhugger. This is the new one that I've got now. So again, you can see there, look, I mean, just even trying to get this one in, these power bulges on these RockShox, really compressing it in, really pinched it in here, it has. What I'm going to do, I think, is actually get it strapped, actually get it cable tied down here, then heat the side up and see how much it actually will mould in. Give that a go. So that's the first thing I'm going to do. Now, I've got no instruction how to do this, just apparently you can heat it up with a heat gun. That makes it malleable, and you can mould it to the shape of your fork better. So that's what we're trying now. To give it half a chance, I can't have it moving everywhere. So I stopped it from moving forwards and backwards. There's that pinch up there. There we go. If I turn that up, might be able to see it there. Look, you can see how far that is pinched in. Pinched in a long way. Okay, for this next bit, just going to put some gloves on. Just stop my hands from taking the full force of the heat. Right, I don't know how much to heat it up by. I don't know if it's got a tendency to heat fast or melt or just burst into flames. So I'll show you. First thing I'm going to do, I'll just set this to 1. There we go, you can see it moving already. Just a little bit of heat on it. I'm just going to hold it there now. It's quite hot, burning my thumbs. But I just want to see when that cools, if that's going to cool in that shape. Let's see, a pick of gloves might have helped. I have to admit, at the moment, that has worked extraordinarily well. It has actually moulded into the shape of that power bulge. It's certainly not under the tension it was. I'll do is just get you a before and after shot. Look at this. Look, this is before. You can see there it's been pushed out by the fork. Heated it up, moulded it to the shape of the fork. Look at that afterwards. It's followed the contour of that fork perfectly. When you're heating it up, you can actually see the point where it becomes malleable, and it just starts moving and squirming about on its own. So actually cable tie it onto the fork now at these points. Let's see what the clearance is like with the wheel. Well, it actually seems pretty good. It's certainly a lot further away from the side of the wheel, side of the tyres. These are 2.25 knobby nick tyres. They are quite big tyres actually for these forks, really. Clearance here, it's about 5-6mm. Clearance at the sides, good 10mm. And the clearance again in here is about 10mm where the power bulge is. Now, the other problem I have with my wheels and tyres is they're not very good. Well, not very good, I mean they're not very old, they're very old and very cheap. There is a bit of play here and there. Likewise with the forks. Right, I'm just going to nip out and try that. Just took out a very quick ride, just up the street and back. No catching, no noise. Seems very solid. You can see there's miles of clearance now. I'll get you a couple of shots now of what it actually looks like in there. Okay, there's an after shot. Look at that. You can almost, it's hard to tell now where the fork ends and where the guard starts. Look at that, look how well that's moulded in now to the shape of that fork. That gives you a good amount of clearance now around the tyre. Okay, you can see there kind of clearance that I've now got all around the tyre there. All around the tyre on that side there. See, it's like really cut into the fork now. Look at that, no clearance there. You can see all down the side of the tyres. Just put my finger. It's my little finger there, look. Again, these are 2.25 tyres. 26-inch wheel. That's good clearance. So guys, if you've got a RockShox fork, and you've got a set of Mudhuggers, and you're struggling for clearance on the front fork, heat gun, couple of minutes, don't heat it up too much, put some gloves on for safety, and you can put it round to the shape of your fork. That works fantastic. Far safer than cutting the holes in it. Well done guys, very good solution. And as always, go out, ride, and enjoy.